Welcome to Nasdaq Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, global markets reporter at Nasdaq. Joining us for this segment, we have Tomas Thyblad. He is the head of European ESG business development at Nasdaq. Tomas, it's great to have you with us. Welcome to Trade Talks.
Thank you, Jill. Happy to be here.
And you are at COP26. Of course, it's on top of everyone's mind right now. What is the key ambition of the gathering, and what is Nasdaq doing there?
Thanks, Jill. I mean, the COP26, it's a UN organized summit to fight the climate changes. And historically, it has been primarily policymakers, nations, etc., that gathers to see what can be done in order to counteract the climate change. So it's a lot of nations, a lot of leaders here. But lately, the private sector has become more and more important, and the sustainable funding and sustainable finance has become more and more important. So it's even that one full day is dedicated for the financial side. So that's tomorrow. And Nasdaq, we want, of course, be here. I mean, our role, what we do, where we sit in the financial system, clearly says that we should be here, and we want to be here as well, in order to listen in and also to impact and discuss with other players in the market.
How is Nasdaq supporting in the race to net zero carbon emissions in the world?
You can say we are supporting many different ways. It's primarily three ways, I would say. It's supporting the corporates in their journey towards a net zero, and that could be with helping them how to monitor, how to report, advising them in their climate work. It could be how to raise capital through the green bond market, but it's also towards the investors to create transparency in the market, so the investors actually can make the informed decisions and make the right investment decisions. And lastly, we actually create new markets for that are related to the climate. For instance, the carbon removal market with Puro Earth that we just acquired. And then in addition to that, of course, we also do our work as a company and have make sure that we run our business in a sustainable way.
Right. And Tomas, tell us more about Puro.Earth.
Yeah, that's really interesting. I must say it's a marketplace that provides carbon removal contracts for the global players, and that means that we connect a facility owner with a production that actually not only is carbon neutral but actually sucks in carbon from the atmosphere. So they are actually net negative. And we can create and package that, monitor that, validate that, and actually package that in an instrument, in a what we call CORC, CO2 reduction certificate. And that instrument can then be bought by corporates like a Microsoft that want to manage their emissions. And thereby we ensure with this marketplace, with packaging of these carbon reduction certificates, we actually provide a market where capital is flown and channeled from the corporate buyers to these production owners. And thereby the whole market gets scaled up, and we can capture even more CO2 from the atmosphere. And then in terms of that, this is it's a tech-based type of removals, so we think it fits very well into the Nasdaq brand and what we want to be involved in.
And you're on the ground in Glasgow. What are some of your priorities and reflections from the first few days at the event?
My priorities, I would say, is you can see from two angles. One is obviously to listen in to all the different stakeholders, to the seminars, to the panels and everything, to see, get new influences, get new ideas, etc. And it's a lot of participants here. It's a very interesting to listen into. And then the other perspective is obviously to ensure that we are present here, that we can present what Nasdaq can do and are doing to the financial market and for the climate change.
All right, Tomas, safe travels and thank you for being there for Nasdaq and of course for joining us on Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq.